Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Pocket Knockers. Today is another hot pocket for you lovely people when we catch up on the week's news, events, and other media-related things. Have a bit of a chat. Hope everyone's doing all right. I know someone that is, and it's the first article today. Hi, Ed, in media.
Hello.
Talk about your Rammstein experience, please.
Jesus Christ. It was...
See you in half an hour, everyone.
It was fucking amazing. It was well worth it. I'm almost glad because it's the first time I've ever seen them live, and I'm glad it was this time because they have perfected it. It's proper showmanship, proper just visual and audible, spectacular. Lots of fire, lots of lights, lots of bass. Jesus Christ, as soon as they bloody start, you could fucking feel it go through you. Apparently, in the news, it could be heard from 10 miles away. So, I think I know why I've got tinnitus now. It was definitely worth it. They had a lovely little supporting act, which is a pianist duo. A pianist duo, Michael. And they did some like piano covers of stuff. They also did their own piano versions as well. They did a piano version like of Engel and Sonner, but they did the original version of Sonner as well, which was possibly that, and obviously Du Hast were some of the best bits. It's just fucking brilliant. You just have to experience it. It is one of those that you really have to experience. I'm so fucking glad I went. So glad.
Good. Are you when they're next in the arena? Are you going to go again?
I don't know. This is they haven't announced anything.
That's not what I asked, Ed.
They just released a new album. What?
That's not what I asked. I asked
I'm just
if
saying,
they were to.
If they were to, probably.
Yeah, you would. I mean,
Probably.
it's so local. How much were the tickets?
We had the cheap seats, which I think it was 70 quid.
I mean, that's good enough for Michael. You know.
Yeah, but I, if I was to go again, I might go for standing. Because we were seated and it was far away. But it would be nice to have that experience a bit closer up.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, lovely stuff. Good. I'm glad that you had a lovely time, Ed. And other things of that sort of proceeding went well. You said you had to drop someone to the airport at 5 a.m.
The day after, yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
I completely ruined my body clock on purpose.
Because it was perfect before.
Yeah, I went to sleep. I went to sleep very late, so late it was early, and then I'm not even acknowledging that. Oh, shit, I just did. Basically, I got up in the afternoon, and then I went to watch that. Then I came back, and then I did some streams, and then I went and took my mate to the airport at 5 o'clock in the fucking morning.
Okay. Good.
And went home and slept.
Well, I'm glad. Yeah, I'm sure you did with a ringing ear. Moving on, R. Kelly has been jailed for 30 years, of course, for the sex abuse, paedophilic sort of things, underage child trafficking and all that sort of shit that he's been doing in the Chicago area. I honestly thought he was already jailed. I know I guess he was on trial for like the last year or so. And that he's only just been sentenced, but yeah.
I thought so as well.
Yeah. Either way,
confused.
Good.
Yeah.
Fucking piece of shit.
I'm just having a look now, just to see if I can find what he... So, blah, blah, blah,
what
blah,
he's
blah,
been
blah,
up to.
2050. No, I thought, because as you said, that... I thought maybe he was like out on bail or what, but I'm confused.
Yeah, he must have been, but yeah, he ain't getting out now. Not for 30 years. Saying that, though, I mean, he's been given 30 years, but, I mean, those sentences can come down. And especially when you've got money, they can come down, quite quickly. So I hope he's in there for the most of 30 years that he can be, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's out in 15 or less. We will see. Yeah. Moving on, And this is the final article in media, guys. We finished very quickly on the media. Not a lot has happened. Celebrity Juice to end after 14 years. Keith Lemon will remain part of the ITV2 family with a new series of his shows Shopping with Keith. With his show Shopping with Keith Lemon due to air later this year. Okay, Ed, you put this article in, so do you know what Shopping with Keith Lemon is going to be?
I ain't got a fucking clue. I put that in because I didn't even know it was still going. I did used to watch it back in the day. When it started, I didn't bother, and then someone said you should watch it. At times it was funny, and then it just got more and more fucking... I don't know. Maybe I've just matured over time.
Yeah.
Like a fine wine. But I don't know. I'm surprised that he's managed to milk it for that long.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Fair play to him.
Yeah, it should technically on paper, Celebrity Juice should tickle my fancy horrendously. Like, I really like slapstick comedy and that sort of over-the-top comical sort of shit. Shooting Stars, for instance. Oh, it's gorgeous. But for some reason, I think it's the celebrity part of the juice. I think it's the fact that it's all these people from The Only Way Is Essex and all that sort of shit. I just don't know who they are. I don't find them funny or whatever. And it seems to just be more like Keith Lemon just talking about how stupid they are.
It's the sculpted eyebrow community.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, the Range Rover on a leafy drive sort of scenario. Another thing I found quite comical was he was a part of the ITV2 family. I didn't know that there was such a separation between ITV1 and 2. Do they have like?
You.
Is it like Anchorman where they meet for fights? Okay, well, sure, carry on. The character's cool, and hopefully he can lose out the fucking stupid celebrity part. Ed. Kicking it off in the news.
Am I all right, you kicking it off?
I'll kick it off if you like.
Go for it.
Dame Deborah James has now died of bowel cancer. For those of you who don't know, Deborah James has been basically a beacon of support and information for those with cancer, not only providing literal information, as in like processes, how to get things done, what you should do, but also even being on a podcast with, I believe, 2 other ladies. I believe one of those has now ceased as well. But about just providing support and a community for people. It makes it feel like a big a bubble of support, which is something that's great. Right from her earlier career as a deputy head teacher in Chertsey, supporting children, she then went on when she got her diagnosis to support those with cancer. And there's a reason why she got her damehood, and well, I hope she's gone to a better place now. But yes, one thing's for sure. Cheers to Deborah James, Ed.
Thank you. Cheers. I mean, it's the positive. I want to use the word positivity that she gives, but I think that the thing about it is to show that she it sounds awful, but she shows that people with terminal illnesses are still human people who are full of life, and people, it's not just someone to go, oh, are you okay? Of course I'm not, but you keep going.
Yeah, your world doesn't just fade to black and white and you just go in the ether.
Yeah, fucking enjoy it.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, you're live and kicking until the very end. And I think actually that mentality is the biggest part of it. If you can keep level-headed and just enjoy yourself, carry on doing your hobbies or whatever makes you happy, and being yourself, going out and seeing people, I believe that you will at least enjoy the remainder of your life. If not, then you're gonna still just appreciate it so much more. Russia retreats from Snake Island. Article number 2, I should add, in the news segment. So Snake Island, of course, is an island in Ukraine. And they've retreated from that island. They are saying that it was as a sort of gesture of goodwill to demonstrate that Russia is not impeding on the United Nations because they're talking about more human corridors and things like that. Basically, to keep the country operational whilst also trying to destroy it? Question mark. So that's a bit weird. But the operational command of Ukraine's armed forces say that actually they fled the outpost on a speedboat after a number of missile attacks. So they got driven out more than they relinquished command. So there you go. Yet again, I think Russia's just trying to, that like they've been doing in their own country, Ed. They've been pulling the wool over their eyes, saying, "Oh yeah, we're amazing." They're like trying to do that to everyone else in the world, but it's like, dude, we know what's happening. You know, we saw Gary run in there with a rocket launcher, and then your guys fucking run off the other end.
Fucking goodwill gestures. Fuck off.
Yeah. You're really fucked when a goodwill gesture is not destroying an island.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go. Another little bit of good news there for the Ukrainians. Ed, do you want to crack on? Vladimir Putin hits back?
Yeah, I just read this one. Obviously, we've got the G7 summit going on, and of course, politicians and governments being what they are. So we've got our glorious leader Boris Johnson. So took a swipe at Putin whilst there, joking that all the leaders should take their clothes off to show that they're tougher than Putin, which is, they're going on about, do you remember him riding horseback topless, that picture there? They're having just having a little jibe at that, and then Putin has hit back at the Western leaders, mocking his macho image, and they said they would be disgusting to see them strip off.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong, but I don't think I don't really want to see any of them doing it. But is that really important? It's just silly. It's bickering and it's childish, and people should consider that there's times of crisis going on, and they're sitting around joking about fucking Vladimir Putin being topless, and how they should all do it too. Maybe they were just all like, had a few pints and they were like swinging t-shirts around their heads going, "Hey, go on!" Fucking riding dogs down the street.
I don't know, man.
Fucking
I feel like
tosses.
if I was going to be a world leader of G7, and I mean, I would definitely be chatting shit about fucking Vladimir Putin, from his tippy toes to his bloody dirty nips in that horseback photo. I will say that the picture of I'm sure everyone knows in their mind the picture we're thinking of, him on horseback topless, blah, blah, blah. But this article was 5 hours ago. So I don't know if there's another one, if there's more of those pictures, or if they're just referencing the old picture from years ago.
They're just referencing it because it's so fucking iconic, I guess.
Yeah.
With his little fucking his cross chain round his neck.
Oh yeah,
riding his horse. I'd love that picture on my wall.
Noted.
Next to one of Boris riding a donkey.
Noted twice. There we go. Birthday this year sorted. Next article: Extreme hoarder jailed for leaving sister to die on the floor. The hoarder brother of a disabled woman who died from extreme ulcerations after being left on her bedroom floor for 2 weeks has been jailed for manslaughter.
Sorry, what?
Do you genuinely want me to repeat it again?
No, okay. It's... All right.
I mean, I'm surprised he's got manslaughter, to be honest. You're the carer of this person who is disabled, can't move. You leave her there. It says hoarder. So I'm assuming, like, all the pictures of hoarders in my head, it's just like piles of shit, literally. Like newspapers, that sort of stuff. And no hygiene or anything like that at all.
It's this correlation I fucking hate. So... this guy has neglected his... Did he say... Who is it? His sister, his daughter? What was it?
Sister.
His sister. So he's neglected his daughter. Sorry, sister! Fuck's sake. He's neglected his sister, and which is fucking awful. But what's that got to do with hoarding? Are you saying now hoarders are neglectful people? This is why I fucking hate articles like this, where they've put they've connected one to the other, and apparently that correlates. Doesn't.
I would say that you're looking at me now like you're gonna fuck. I would say that actually the fact that he's a hoarder is relevant to this.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah,
Why?
I would. Well, because he obviously focused more on arranging his stupid fucking newspapers than helping his dying sister. Or
Dunno.
getting more shit or whatever it was. I mean, regardless, the guy's a fucking prick end for not helping her. Or at least calling help. If he's not able to care for her anymore because he's now ill, or whatever it may be, then, you know, get help, call someone. You know, there are things for this. But so just to let her die. What? Sorry, Ed, are you fucking saying this is perfectly fine?
No, I'm not saying it's perfectly fine. I'm just saying that they okay, yeah, it is part of it. His hoarding may be part of it, but it's not primarily connected to it. So I don't see why it's part of the headline. It's
Is it because you are a hoarder?
yeah. Yeah. Just don't ask how Flora is. Moving on.
I did hear her coughing just before we started recording. Okay. Majority of Australians believe journalists should stick to the news rather than opinion on social media. The majority of Australians believe journalists should not express their personal opinions on social media, and only 15% of respondents say they follow specific journalists, according to the latest report on digital news. So, yeah, I think that's... actually, you know what? No, I don't agree with that at all. Sorry. I went one way to the other very quickly.
Don't worry. That was my head as well.
Oh, really?
When you were reading it.
Oh,
I was
okay.
there going, oh, okay. And then I was like, no, that's restricting.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That's, why can't they have their own freedom of speech?
Yeah.
They might be restrained by the swinging views of the media outlet that they're writing news for.
What are your swinging views?
Oh, keys in that bowl. But I don't. I don't see, if they feel that they should do it, that it may be a risk to their job, and that's their own decision. They should be able to say what they want to, and if people don't like it, just move along.
There's an element of free speech, but also I do think, and just to clarify, that is, of course, the Pocket Knockers way. We definitely advocate more for free speech here, as you all know, I'm sure. But
Especially you.
yeah, but think of this: you do an article for your unnamed news channel or whatever it might be, and you say the things that they say that are scripted for you. Then you go home after your shift, after recording that, and you then tweet the absolute opposite of what you just did. So there is a duty in being a broadcaster to make sure that news is clear and to report what you think. So that would come down to your ethics in production, in saying, okay, I'm actually not just going to stand here and speak this shit that the news company's giving me to say. I'm going to put my foot down and say I'm not doing that. They fire you, you then go on a rampage about what happened, how you got fired and everything, hopefully get hired by another company who does appreciate good journalism, good stuff. Probably wouldn't happen though, hence why people lie. That's probably how it runs, right?
Yeah. I agree with you. It doesn't happen very often, but I agree with you.
Whoa!
What did you
Nice.
say?
Well, yeah, I know. Just a minute ago, you're gonna fucking kill your sister. Fucking. Finally, in the news, despite a growing recognition of the newspaper industry's problems among politicians and philanthropists, US newspapers are continuing to die at a rate of 2 each week. Downward trend continues, which is, I'm surprised that they have enough newspapers to still die at a rate of 2 a week. How many weeks has that been going on for? I feel like after 4 weeks they would be done, right?
Yeah, I
think it's because there's so many local ones too, right? I mean, every city in England. Sorry,
that's a good point.
Every city.
We stopped getting local newspapers fucking years ago. I remember a new one was released, and it lasted about a year and a half.
Yeah. It's just like, yeah. Like the thing is like you thrive on advertisement as a newspaper, and you get people to pay to put their article in your newspaper, and then they don't get anything back from putting that article in the newspaper because no one fucking reads it. Full stop, really, isn't it? I'm sure we all know that media's dying. It is a shame, really.
The other biggest problem with newspapers and money is political investment.
Yeah.
You'd have someone who has certain views. They will invest into it, and hopefully that they will get that political bias.
Yeah, definitely.
Massive problem.
Oh, who is it? That fucking guy, Ghislaine Maxwell's dad, who had it's not the Mirror, was it? Was it the Mirror? Either way, exactly as you say, it was just you could basically pay for whatever outcome you wanted. He did that. He posted that, and that's what he did. That's what the whole company was built on. Cat.
Fuck's sake. Sorry.
Cat
has just decided to crawl up the back of my chair.
Okay.
Now
okay.
Now he's licking the back of my head.
Oh, he's getting... Oh, and dismount. No. He's going for the nestle.
He's staying.
Oh, no. Okay. Right.
Listeners, you missed out on a treat.
You did, yeah. It's just a cat. Don't worry about it. So, we move on to the odds and sods. We'll start off with one, Ed. I'm going to kick it off. Then you can go to your fucking article, whatever the fuck that is beneath it. You had your new car.
Yeah.
And this really surprised me, Ed.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't want to say anything because I knew that it would just... I was actually genuinely getting quite frustrated. As you probably know, you can always tell when you're texting and it's like, fuck's sake.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, you've replaced components on it.
Right, okay. So this car is...
let's just start from scratch. Ed got a new car last week. We mentioned it. It's been fine and dandy. Since then, Ed has replaced some components. He texted me about some bits and bobs that he's had done on it. Go.
Okay, so this car's 10 years old. The reason I got it is because it was cheap and it was low mileage for a diesel. But because it's cheap and there's low mileage for low mileage for a diesel, and it had good service history and MOT history throughout, I thought something doesn't add up here. So we spent an extra little bit taking it in for a service, because the last time it did have a service was 2 years ago. So it had good service history, and then it to 4 years ago actually, I think 2018, 2019, and then nothing apart from MOT history. So we thought, sod it, we'll take it in for a service, and I wanted the aircon regassing on it because it was a bit weak. So I took it in for a service. It had an aircon regas, it had the pollen filter changed, and the front shocks were leaking oil. So that's what we spent the money on, the front shocks.
Yeah.
Apart from that, structurally intact. And as anybody knows with my car history, that's a fucking first in a long time.
So my only issue and quibble is that, dude, you're absolutely fine. On the money, that's great. But it was from a dealership.
Yeah.
Like they come with 3 months warranty.
Not for that, though.
Well, no, they do. It legally has to. If they sell a product from a dealership as a business, it has to come with at least 3 months warranty.
It does come with 3 months warranty. I don't think it do. The shocks are classed as wear and tear items, I believe, so they're not covered.
But they're an MOT failure. And that would still be, if the car's not fit for purpose.
Well, I might give them a shout, and I'll go, look, this is what we had to do.
Sorry, it's nothing.
No, that's a fair point. I might give them a shout.
That's your decision. It's your car, your money, your life. But I just thought, like, the whole point, the reason why you pay a premium for a car from a dealership rather than on Facebook Marketplace or whatever is because you get that service, that warranty, and all that sort of guff, right? They give it a full detail and what's it before you buy it, all that. But yeah, when you were saying you were replacing stuff as well, I was like, this sounds a bit backwards.
Hang on a second, electrical system, engine suspension. So it covers wheel bearings, coil springs, active suspension.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you just pulled your warranty document up.
No, they had a poster of the warranty that they cover, so I took a photo of it.
Oh, wow. So wait there, you had the foresight to do that, but then didn't act upon it before you spent money replacing the parts.
No. Well, I only had the fucking service yesterday.
You know what they'll say now is you've had it done, so they were going to do it in-house or whatever, but now you've had it done somewhere else, they won't cover it, and I would just suck it up at this point, to be honest with you, right? But
I would as well. But I mean, as I said, it was a good price for that car, and I was expecting it. To be honest, my only biggest concern of it, as I said, because it's 10 years old. So cars like that, once they hit, I think they say either 80,000 miles or 10 years, whichever comes soonest, then it should have the cam belt changed. And I haven't got any history of the cam belt.
Yeah.
It may well have been changed, but it's one of these things you shouldn't assume.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And I think a car, like especially now you've had the cam belt done, a normal oil change and basic oil
not
change.
had a cam belt done.
I thought you said you did. You were gonna.
No, because the place I serviced it at, they don't do cam belts because it's top level stuff. Like it's a glorified fucking tire place.
Oh,
the cam belt would cost far too much, so I'm going to shop around for that.
Yeah, okay, right. So maybe that in a few years, but like, yeah, you're talking oil changes and stuff on a diesel car like that. You've got to be fine for years to come. Moving on, everyone. Ed, please, your article here.
All right, okay. So I don't know why I put this. So in the Lake District, there's a bloke down there apparently who witnessed a mysterious underwater creature dragging in and killing three geese. Why am I laughing? But there we go. He posted on Facebook group I Love the Lake District. Beware on Ullswater today. I saw a full-size goose taken off the top of water and dragged underneath. I work on the lake. This was witnessed by a person working on boat with me. This was at Houghton, second one I have seen this year. Not a joke, in capital letters. But he carried on. Then a little later on, he posted on the same group, I Love the Lake District. Okay, update. Ullswater Houghton Lake incident. I wrote yesterday, 10:12 a.m. I saw and verified independently a grey lag goose taken off top of lake, dragged backwards, not to be seen again after 5 minutes. Watching full size, maybe 10 to 12 pounds. I had the nerve to report it officially. Today at 12:17. Going into how... Go on.
I assume this is all in a Scottish accent. Can we please...
No, it's not. It's just because it's so fast. There's hardly any abbreviation in it.
Yeah, sorry, the Lake District. Oh, the Loch Ness Monster maybe... Oh, it's because it says Loch Ness Monster at the top of the article. It fucked me up.
I see.
Yeah, if we could have a heavy northern, that would be great, thank you.
Oh, all right, okay. I can't do it now. It's weird.
Hello.
Hey, today at 12:17, going in Houghton Bay again. All boats separated this time. Two small grey lags, maybe £5 each, could not fly properly. They separated, ran across the water. Number one was taken down immediately. About skipper of 36 years, standing, had never seen any going like it. Within 15 seconds, the second one would be taken. A minority of people thought this was a joke. This is no joke! We have now contacted Lake District National Park Authority, and I've tried contacting Environments Agency today. This is no joke. Do not let your dog swim here. In my opinion, I've been coming here for 45 years, Skipper. Oh, I'm gone Geordie.
Yeah!
I read Skipper, and I was like, it sounded better. 36 years.
36 years?
36 MOT witnessed. What?
Must be most witnessed.
Most witnessed. This has been spoken and reported to specimen fish under no pike nor otter. Read reviews of people also witnessing on Ullswater. Be careful. What the fuck? But anyway, he's warning people that there is a strange underwater creature in the Ullswater Houghton Lake area of the Lake District, killing geese. And he's told people not to take their dogs there. For fear of monster.
For fear of monster. I always think the same thing as well. And I'm going to put it into my UFO category of sightings. But like, get a cameraman. Like, just wang a GoPro. He's on a boat, right? So you can just hook it up, hardwire it via USB or a dash cam or some shit.
Yeah.
And just put it on your boat, front and back facing cameras, and then you'll catch it. And because the thing is, all you're doing is making yourself look more like a mentalist. So,
but it's not a pike and it's not an otter. Just remember that.
Nor pike, nor otter. Okay, everyone. Moving on, the would you rather? The plural, that is. I've got two for you, Ed. Would you rather be able to grab anything out of any digital screen or spawn wherever you think of? So let's start
wherever I think of.
Well, okay. I was going to say, let's start with digital screen. So, like, for instance, as we speak now, I could stroke you on your face. On your face, just to clarify. I could take a figurine off your shelf. You could come in and draw a dick on my Sonic poster, for instance.
Now, you are saying that you'd be able to take these items from this shelf. Now, when you're saying that, would that be a copy from the image? Or would this actually be, I turn around and go, fuck me, it's gone?
No, you would see it going into your monitor, I assume.
Oh, right, okay, fair enough. No, but, yeah, okay. In that case, don't like that. That's stealing.
That's stealing. Okay, and what about, like, for more... you know, other purposes, like porn. Yeah, touchy-feely, maybe even, you know.
Once again, you're saying that this is actually me going through the camera through a lens, and that's harassment.
Harassment. Unless there was a specific genre of porn to people that consented. Like a glory hole.
Just fucking... Push that fucking screen down.
Yeah. Kate, I need this new suspended 6-axis monitor stand. Don't. That also.
What if it was like an 80-inch screen? Would that mean like everything would be bigger?
Yeah. So
because
like,
that means once you put your penis through it, it'd be microscopic on the other end.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, it would, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
In that case, just use your phone.
Yeah. I'm gonna get my old HTC Hero out.
Get a Nokia with WAP on it. Not that not that WAP, the old WAP, the proper WAP. Yeah, that's I mean, and other things as well. My first thought was like if you saw an advert about like a drink or something, you could just grab it out of the screen. That would be nifty, right? That's cool. It's
That's Wonka Vision.
Wonka Vision.
You're talking about Wonka Vision. Yeah, do you not remember like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory when he's doing the Wonka bars?
Oh yeah.
And he creates the TV thing where people can just reach into the TV and try it.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
You've made Wonka Vision, but you turned it into Wanker Vision.
Okay. And you've now branded it. Okay. Yeah. Or spawn wherever you think of. So you just close your eyes, you think of the Maldives, and boom, you're there.
I'd like that.
Yeah.
That'd be so easy to go to the shop.
Yeah, you could go to the shop. Also, other things.
Saves me a 5-minute walk.
Other things that, like you've ever walked in.
Like, it's true.
Also, other things that you could do with this power are wish yourself inside a shop and closed hours. So you could just go in there, nick everything, pick it up, hold it, and then think of yourself back home, and boom, you're back home with all the things.
Stealing again.
Dude, I'm about fucking the system. I'm here to fuck shit up. And if that means I want, curly whirly at 3 a.m., then I'm going to fucking get one.
Maybe you could, like, raid the vendor machines at the Houses of Parliament instead.
Imagine how boring. I bet it's just salted crisps.
Salt and shakes.
But they don't use the salt. It's just just bland gammon fuck. Right. Man, I don't know. Yeah, I'm probably with you, but I would definitely misuse it as well. I mean, either of them I'm misusing, but I feel like the spawn wherever you think of is probably
your screen thing was good until you said that would go. So if you were to take a complete copy out of it, then I'd be all for that.
Well, yeah, but that again, you could have like
Google gold and just like
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you could.
And then you could go wherever you wanted in the world with the money.
At a cost of time, sir. Whereas you could just close your eyes, boom.
Yeah.
And if you were to just think of yourself being inside Fort Knox, boom, you're in. Oh, I'll just pick up a bit of gold bullion, one in each hand, and then boom, you're home again.
Yep.
You still got the same thing. Yeah, no, I'm there. I'm with you. Yep, you've pulled me over to your side, and I will spawn wherever I think of. Okay, you're in a zombie apocalypse. Two pillar people are about to die, and you can only save one. You have a doctor and a pregnant woman. Would you rather save the doctor or the pregnant woman?
Shit. I guess I'd have to go for the pregnant woman.
Okay.
I think I'd have to, like, my moral compass would go that way. Although I would be thinking, it's a zombie apocalypse, what are you doing getting pregnant? Fucking hell, there's a time and a place.
I mean, I assume she was pregnant before the apocalypse.
Yeah, yeah. But I think pregnant woman.
Yeah.
I know it's more logical to go for the doctor. But come on, that's 2 lives. It's 2 lives versus 1.
Okay, I think everyone has that conundrum with whether the pregnant woman or the doctor. I personally went doctor. That is because the doctor would probably be the only person who would be able to deliver the baby anyway. So
that's where I was. Yeah, I agree. That's what I was thinking as well. It's
obviously possible and likely that a pregnancy would happen, and the baby would be delivered just fine, and that everything you've ever seen on Scrubs is okay, and you just cut the umbilical cord and everything's fine and dandy. But I just don't think and then you got a newborn baby to fucking think about in a zombie apocalypse.
Oh, more mouths to feed.
More mouths to feed. No, I meant more like keeping it with you at all times, and yeah. And I guess you're fucking right, because you have to have, like, everything has to be sterilised. Everything has to be, like, fucking, like, done like that. You can't just find a Snickers on the floor and go have that, love. I wouldn't recommend that in a zombie apocalypse anyway, just to clarify. But, yeah, I think I'm actually doctor.
It's, as I said, it's the most logical approach, but something about me, morality inside, I would go for the pregnant woman.
Yeah?
And then I'd be cross with that pregnant woman for the rest of my fucking life.
Okay.
And I'd resent the child.
Would you name the child after the doctor?
I'd call it Doctor. I didn't get a chance to know the guy's name.
Yeah.
This little baby doctor.
Yeah. He's got like a 2-foot fucking belly button. But
no, in my luck, everyone would go, oh, is it because you're a Doctor Who fan? Fuck off!
Yes!
You got me.
Okay, everyone. Thank you very much for watching this lovely episode of Hot Pocket. We will be back next week, and I hope no one realised that we definitely didn't release any gaming content as we promised in the last episode. I'm not even going to promise anything in this episode. I've been on annual leave. Leave me alone. See you next week, everyone.
Bye.